You're not lazy, you're overwhelmed. I think sometimes we misunderstand being lazy to being overwhelmed. For instance, when I was in my final year of university, I had quite a lot of tasks and assignments to complete. And there were many times where I was procrastinating about starting my essay that were due in, let's say, a month's time, while also thinking about starting a plan for another essay that I have to submit in a month's time. And then also thinking about my YouTube channel and all the other personal commitments I have, basically. And yes, I would set and do to-do lists for myself. I actually had a whiteboard in my room where I used to write a weekly to-do list so that I knew exactly what my plan of action was for the week. And whenever I did procrastinate or whenever I did look at my to-do list for the week and see so many boxes not ticked off, knowing that I should have completed it weeks ago, or like I should have completed it at least a couple of days ago, those tasks should have been ticked off already. And I knew that. But they weren't because I was procrastinating and I was delaying it, putting it off. It just made me feel guilty and really disappointed with myself. I honestly felt like I wasted my time on not being as productive as I envisioned myself to be. And I'd always moan to myself about my laziness. Why am I so lazy? Why aren't I getting things done? Why am I putting things off? And now upon reflection, yes, my procrastination was the issue. And it was the reason why I wasn't completing some tasks that I should have completed. But my procrastination, I believe, was not necessarily the result of my laziness that I kept on telling myself I was. But I just felt completely overwhelmed. And I think it was that overwhelmment that led to my procrastination in not getting tasks or things done when I should have got them done. I'm just watching it back and I realised that what I said may not make a lot of sense or is not too clear. So what I was trying to say is that upon reflection, yes, I did procrastinate, but it wasn't because I was lazy. It was probably because I was completely overwhelmed. I had so many things on my mind, completing an essay that was due in a month's time, starting a plan for another essay that was due in so and so time, and then also personal commitments that I had and other stuff were just going through my mind as well. So by having so many stuff on my mind, that led to me procrastinating and not getting things that should have been gotten done quicker, not getting done. So yeah, hope that makes more sense. And something that I've realised is that when we don't meet our expectations, we equate it to being lazy when it may not necessarily be true. It's almost as if we're saying to ourselves that resting is laziness and being productive is the norm and something that we should strive to achieve. If we are not constantly doing something, achieving or ticking things off, we feel that we are falling behind. And when we do fall behind, we default to blaming ourselves instead of pausing and considering the why. Our inner critiques forgets the lack of sleep that we have had, the mental baggage we are carrying, loaded with the emotional weight of things that are beyond our control. The blame that we may tend to tell ourselves is that we are not doing enough, so therefore we must be lazy. But that's not always true. We innately want to do well for ourselves and be in control of our lives. If we are not taking action and doing something we want to do, then we need to explore the deeper reason for the lack of willpower. It could be something like fear avoidance or mental fatigue, for instance, rather than laziness. So how can we deal with being overwhelmed? First off, we need to deal with that mental baggage. Sometimes it's good for us to see firsthand the mental baggage that we are carrying. So grab a pen and paper or a pencil and paper and write down everything that is on your mind. Big or small, relevant or irrelevant. It doesn't matter because it's all still in your mind. Dump everything on that page. It could be feeling guilty about not exercising, the emails you need to respond to, deadlines you need to complete, or just thinking about something you said a couple of days ago. Does your mental dump fill the whole page? Now, when you see everything that's on your mind, does it make sense as to why you may feel exhausted? Your brain is constantly running all of these thoughts in the background, which is using lots of energy. Just like when there are too many tabs on your computer when you're browsing. Now, once you've written everything down, next you're going to draw 2 columns. One that is things that you can control, and the other which are things that you cannot control. I feel that sometimes we think too much about things that are outside of our own control, such as pending job applications or an exam that you did a couple of days ago or literally 2 hours ago, or that message that you sent that is just taking too much unnecessary space in your mind. Things that we need to let go. And lastly, be kind to yourself. Pay attention to the way that you talk to yourself. If your friend right now confessed to you that they feel overwhelmed, would you immediately call them lazy? Maybe not. So if you don't say that to a friend, why would you say that to yourself? Instead of saying, I should have done more, tell yourself, I'm doing my best with what I have today. So next time you find yourself stuck, procrastinating, or beating yourself up for not doing enough, pause. Ask yourself what's really going on beneath the surface. Maybe it's the weight of too many thoughts, too many expectations, and not enough space to breathe. Write it all down. Speak to yourself with kindness. You're not lazy. You probably might be overwhelmed. Thank you.